Hello and welcome, I'm Raziel, and so today I can kind of show off the final part of EmannG versus Games Workshop. It seems to be done, dusted and finished completely now. It's over. The claim is gone, it's done, and I'm going to give you my thoughts afterwards because it's kind of interesting because I wondered, cause I've spent a couple of days reading this because it's been out for 2 days now. And apparently I'm the only YouTuber who's going to be talking about it. So, first things first, I would like to just tell you that I'm going to do what I always do. I'm going to read the articles, I'm going to give you the papers so you can read them yourself too, and then I'm going to give my opinions afterwards. Because I think that's the best way to do. I'm not someone who goes into something with an emotional point of view when it comes to something like this. I want you to be factually aware. I want you to make sure that your opinions are based on the truth and what you know, not via someone else's opinion. And especially not mine. Okay? I want you to do the research first. I want you to know the truth first, rather than... And again, we're back at the Copyright Claims Board. It never went to court. It went to them. So, we start at case document number 21 because we've done the amended schedule order again before anyway. At a conference held July 22nd, 2024, counsel for both parties informed the board that they have signed a settlement agreement and intended to file a joint request for dismissal with prejudice within 10 days, after respondent fulfills their obligations under the settlement agreement. I don't know what the obligations were. Okay, it might be get rid of all of his stuff at his Total Warhammer. Actually doing what they asked. So I can't tell you. Or on or by July 23rd, 2024. Claimant shall notify boards, staff by email if respondent has fulfilled their obligations. If such obligations have not been fulfilled, respondent shall email board staff on July 24th, 2024, explain why not, and when they will be fulfilled. The board will issue another order after it has been informed that all obligations have been met. So again, I don't know what the obligations are. I cannot tell you what they are. I guess it's the stop, make him just stop, and he's stopped. Okay? Which kind of makes sense because that has been what he has been saying. You know, but he'll stop, he won't continue it. Which is fine. If that's what he's done, good, right? So, like I said, I don't know what the obligations are. This is the actual notice of settlement, so we know it has been fulfilled. Notice of settlement and joint stipulation of dismissal with prejudice. Claimant Games Workshop Limited and respondent EmannG by and through undersigned counsel hereby jointly and voluntarily dismiss the above caption 12 actions with prejudice pursuant to a settlement agreement signed by the parties effective July 19th, 2024. Dated, and there you go, there's the two solicitors there. I'm not really going to give off their addresses, even though, they are public record. Final one, the order dismissing claim. This is the final one. This is the actual one saying, right, it's done, it's dusted, it's not going to happen, it's not going to happen again. Again, I am not aware of the obligations of Gissemi. I'm guessing, and it is a guess, but he was told to just cut it out, and he did. He basically stopped it. I don't know if he can no longer 3D print. I'm not aware of that. It might be he can no longer 3D print GW stuff, which would be the agreement. And so, like I said, I don't know what it is. The thing is, I'll just finish this little bit before I continue. If he had said that 3D printing was his business, he wouldn't have to smash or destroy the 3D printers. Because, it's his job. If he's saying it's a hobby, they may have asked him to destroy all production equipment as well, which would include 3D printers. On July 29th, 2024, the Copyright Claims Board received a notice of settlement and joint request for dismissal with prejudice in the above captioned proceedings. The board grants the request, dismisses them with prejudice, and closes proceedings. That's all of them there. Dismissal with prejudice means the claims cannot be filed again. So, that's it. It's done, it's dusted, it's finished. Games Workshop didn't go after the money, and whatever Gissemi did, or EmannG did, he basically acquiesced to Games Workshop's demands, which would have been the wiser decision. I also got a feeling that this might have been sort of a PR thing. Like, this is completely opinion, okay? You've read the facts, you've seen it all in this series of videos. But in my opinion, the amount of flag and shade that was being thrown at Games Workshop, this might have also been sort of a PR thing. This might have been, hey, Games Workshop's not actually asking for the money. They just sort of, this was like, look, we sued you. This is basically a win for them, because it's a win for Games Workshop because Gethsemane acquiesced. It's also a win for Gethsemane because Games Workshop went, right, we don't want the money. Which is good, okay? That's a good look for Games Workshop. But the cynical side of me, and how much flack Games Workshop's been getting lately, and it's been getting a lot in 2024, it's been a bad year. Price rises, the Courtiers models, the Imperial Agents Codex, the Custodes Codex, and that's not even mentioned the female Custodes part. Yeah, it's not been a good year for Games Workshop. And let alone so many other companies are doing better now and are actually looking like proper competition to Games Workshop. People are going to different games, going to different companies to play, getting their models 3D printed. Yeah, it is. It does kind of feel like a PR stunt to me, and that's just my opinion. It is a win for consumers as well, by the way, especially if you 3D print, especially a win. But the problem is this cannot be held in precedent. Basically, another company can do. So basically, Sega can make the claims now, or Creative Assembly, or Sony. They can make the claims, but GW can't. And hopefully GW just sort of like say, right, this has been a slap on the wrist for you, and that's it. I think it's a good look for Games Workshop, and they kind of needed one. It's not enough for me to go back. It really isn't. They have a far bigger hill to get my respect, and for me to give them money anymore. It really is. However, this has been an interesting one. I don't know what the actual obligations are. I can't tell you. But they've been acquiesced. As I said, Games Workshop have said, right, no money. And yeah, it's been a win overall for everyone. Whether this gives you more good faith for Games Workshop, that's up to you. It really hasn't done much to me. Okay? Because mine wasn't based around this or bad business practice. It was always bad business practices. This is poor court legal actions. Yeah. If I was that anal about legal actions, I wouldn't buy a Sega game, a Nintendo game. I wouldn't buy anything really, because a lot of other companies are far worse than Games Workshop. But this is a win, and it's actually interesting to see that Games Workshop didn't ask for the money. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. This was an interesting one, having it all finished up, and I'll see you in the next one. If you wish to save money on your wargaming, there is of course Wayland Games down below. For Warhammer, Warhammer, Mantic, Parabellum Games, Conquest, World of Exodus, all really good games, and Warhammer as well as Lego, with up to 20% off and free delivery after £20. There is also Forbidden Planet for comics, DVDs, mangas, etc. All that cool, fun, geeky merchandise that everyone loves. That's down there below as well. There is also my merchandise, stickers, cups, all the artworks done by me, both digital and by hand. Talking about by hand, my comics, all drawn by hand by me, as always, and written by me as well. And there's Skyforge, never forget Skyforge, good friend of mine, let's continue giving him some love. And finally, there is Patreon, because business, bye bye.